talk about something that people avoid saying out loud or not understanding it. Healing is messy, not a little messy. It's really, really messy. The kind of messy that doesn't fit in inspirational quotes. The kind of messy that doesn't look pretty on social media. The kind of messy that makes you question everything you thought you were doing right. And I think a lot of people give up on healing right there because nobody warned them about that part. They expect clarity, they expect peace, they expect instant change. Kaboom! And there you are, you're a new person. But what they get first is discomfort, honesty, emotional discomfort, mental confusion, old memories resurfacing, feelings they thought were gone coming back and stronger than ever. And suddenly they think, maybe I'm not doing this right. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe I thought I could do this. But you are not wrong. And I know you can do this. That's actually what healing looks like in the beginning or in the middle. And there's no end. Let me say that again. This is what healing looks like: messy, confusing. Because when you start healing, you are not just adding something new. You are unlearning survival patterns you've had for years. Years that can shape you the way you think, act, accept, decide. It happens in layers. You cannot avoid what is our surrounding, what we are being taught, what we were taught. I want you to imagine something. Imagine carrying a heavy bag for years. You've adjusted your posture to it. You've gotten used to the weight. You don't even notice that you're carrying this bag with you anywhere, everywhere. And then one day, you finally have to put it down. But your body doesn't know what light feels like anymore. So what happened? You feel unstable. You feel off balance. You feel weird. And your first thought is not, oh, I'm healing. Oh, I didn't need to carry those heavy things. Your first thought is, something's not right. Something is missing. And that is exactly what emotional healing starts. That's where it begins. I remember moments of my own life when I thought I was breaking down, but I wasn't. I was becoming aware. And awareness before peace feels like chaos, because you start seeing things clearly that you've avoided for a long time. You started noticing things that you avoided and erased in your mind for a long time. You start noticing patterns you've tolerated. You start recognizing relationships that drained you. You start hearing your inner voice again after silencing it for years. And that is overwhelming. And that could be loud, because truth doesn't always arrive gently. Sometimes truth arrive all at once, and it shakes everything. That's why some people stop, because they think discomfort means failure. But discomfort is often just an unfamiliar healing. Healing is all over the place. And the best thing I can tell you is journal everything. Journal at the beginning of the day. What would your day, how would you like your day to start? And at the end of the day, what better way to journal about what you have learned during the day? And here you could also tell yourself to be quiet with the noise of what you found out for the day. Healing is not linear. It never is. You will have days when you feel strong, and you will have days where you feel stuck and you feel like you just got back at the beginning. That does not mean you are failing. That means you are human. That means that you are living the life that you are in right now. Healing is not straight line upward. It is a return to yourself in waves. And it is allowed. But here's my saying. Life is loud. Breathe. Be thankful. Find your music and dance. At Imagine Solutions, we believe people need space to be in that process honestly, in the healing emotions. Not rushed, not fixed, not judged, just supported. Because most people are trying to heal alone, and that makes everything heavier. There is something powerful about being in a space where you don't have to perform strength, where you don't have to pretend you're okay, where you can say the truth out loud without shame. That is where the real change begins. Now I want to go deeper because messy healing is not just emotional confusion, it is also an identity shift. You start realizing I am not who I thought I was, and that can feel scary because your identity was built about survival, being the strong one, being the helper, being the responsible one, being the one who never falls apart. And when that starts changing, you feel lost for a while. But being lost is not a failure, it is a transition. You are not breaking, you are rebuilding, you are growing. And rebuilding would feel unfamiliar because unfamiliar could also mean empowering. Some days you will question everything. Some days you will just want to go back to what is familiar, even if it hurts, because sometimes familiar is easy, but that's not growth. Because familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar peace. You need to hear this. You cannot heal and stay the same. You cannot do the same thing and expect something different as a result. Something will shift, something will loosen, something will change. And that change can feel messy. And it is messy. But messy is never our enemy. Lying to ourselves is. Avoidance about the truth is. Numbness is. Self abandonment is. No more shame. No more silence. Messy healing means you are finally feeling again. And feeling is not a weakness. Feeling is the evidence that you are here, that your true self is calling you, that your true self is finally here, open and present. Before we close today, as we always do, is our shadow work. I want to leave you with some of them. What emotions have you been avoiding the longest? What truth are you afraid will change your life if you fully accept it? Where are you confusing discomfort with failure? And what part of you is asking the right questions to be finally felt instead of ignored? We have more shadow work questions like this in our journal that is available in Amazon and in our website, which is on the link below. Healing is messy, but messy is not broken. Sometimes messy is just truth finally rising to the surface. This is healing our way to joy. And maybe joy begins the moment you stop demanding perfection from your healing and start allowing yourself to be human again. This is joy. Have a God-led day.